Hey guys, hi YouTube, hi Facebook. Welcome again to another live. Hope you guys are doing okay. Okay, happy new week. It's Monday today. If you're joining, just let me know in the comment section. Tell me where you're joining from. Tell me how you've been. My week is doing well already. Okay, so let's fly through these very quickly. So you may or may have not heard of the new Canadian um, healthcare pilot. Okay, like previously, Canada has so many programs, right, with regards to migrating overseas carers to Canada. I can see one person joining me. Let me know where you're joining from. Thank you so much for joining. How is your day going? So there have been so many programs, right, that allows overseas healthcare workers to migrate into Canada in the last few years. Okay, and a lot of them have helped a lot of people. They've been brilliant, right? For the recent program that has been announced by Canadian Immigration, I think is even a lot better because the requirement has gone down, so it makes it easy for people who are migrating from overseas to be, like the chances of being eligible for the program is even higher, right, than the previous program, and it's even easier on the newer pathway to get your permanent residency in Canada. I know the previous pathways would, take you anywhere around 2 years to get your permanent residency, but on the new pathway, you get your permanent residency even almost immediately. You land yourself into Canada. So basically, what do you need? A job. Okay, so we're going to be looking at how you can get out of distance going. Okay, I'm going to be sharing my screen. If you're joining, let me know in the comment section. Tell me where you're joining from. I love to know where you're joining from. I should be able to tell if you're joining from Facebook or YouTube. Okay, so I quickly share my screen, guys, and we're just gonna have a look from the website. There it is. Okay, so you can see my screen. It says Canada announces new pilot program to support caregivers and Canadian families. Okay, so the whole essence intends to make the caregivers program permanent. So on the 3rd of June 2024, Canada caregivers from abroad are invaluable to Canadian families, obviously, and their hard work makes a difference in the lives of those who they care for, including children, seniors, and persons with disability. As the Home Childcare Pilot Program and the Home Support Worker Pilot uh, come to a close later this month. Okay, so these are the programs which have been in existence. I think a lot of them are coming actually to an end. A lot of them are still actually open, but then the new program is actually to put in improvement that has not been addressed by the previous program. So these two programs are coming to an end, I think, in June. The Honorable Minister of Immigration announces a new enhanced caregiver pilot. This will allow caregivers to continue to come to Canada as we work toward making the caregiver pilot programs permanent. So the new pilot program will provide home care workers with permanent residency, okay, on arrival. Now, this is the part I find really interesting about this program, the fact that you get a permanent residence on arrival into Canada. They will also be allowed to work for organizations that will provide temporary or part-time care for people who are semi-independent or recovering from an injury or illness. Their new pathway means that caregivers can more easily find proper work with reliable employers and have clear, straightforward access to permanent residence. So the whole essence actually is to help you settle, okay? Help you settle in Canada, okay? So that you are comfortable and you can provide better care um, to residents. Okay, so now though through this new pilot program, candidates interested in working in Canada home care sector will be eligible to apply if they meet the following criteria. So number one, you have to attain a minimum of level 4 based of the Canadian language benchmark. Okay. Now hold the equivalent of a Canadian high school diploma. Okay, so you don't have to you don't need a degree for this. You don't need you actually don't need more. A secondary school certificate should do for this. Okay. However, I would say it's important you have an experience in care, in healthcare. Obviously, I mean that is not, it's not rocket science, right? If you're looking for an international job, it's different when you're inside Canada and you're looking for these jobs. It's very likely that an employer may be able to take you without an experience, okay, in the occupation you're applying for. But if you're applying as an overseas applicant, I mean, you only stand a high chance when you actually have the relevant experience. So for this is home care, but at least it's important you have some kind of care experience. It's not a requirement, right? But I would say it is really important. So have recent, oh, it is actually a requirement. I beg your pardon. So have recent, I didn't look at the next thing, okay? So have recent and relevant work experience and then receive an offer for a full-time home care job. Okay, so these new PR on arrival pilot program marks an important step forward in Canada's effort to meet the evolving home care needs of its diverse population. More information will be available before the full launch of the pilot, including full eligibility criteria and details on how to apply. So I suppose they have just announced this program, but before 2024 runs out, it's going to be launching on fully, and we're going to have more details as to how you can qualify and how you can apply for this program. However, in the interim, I suppose what you should be working on is looking for Canadian employers who are verified, okay, or who have available full-time carer jobs, okay, and meet the requirements, okay. I would imagine that this would vary from employer to employer. However, there will also be a general immigration requirement. So at the moment, this is what is most important to them, and so you need to meet these four criteria. If you do meet these four criteria, I think it's okay for you to start looking for jobs, okay, and begin your application. So your English requirement is as low as CLB 4, which is very low. I mean, like almost everybody can afford to achieve that. Okay. So, what is this? What is this? So, caregivers play a critical role to supporting Canadian families, and our programs need to reflect their invaluable contributions. Okay, and that's why they're doing all of this. So, as we work to implement a permanent caregivers program, these two new pilots will not only improve support for caregivers, but also provide families with quality care they deserve. Okay, so that's the whole essence. Now let's look at this quick facts here. It says in June 2014, there was an inventory of over 60,000 persons for the live-in carer program. Today, less than 1% of that live-in carer program inventory remains. Okay, so what they're just basically trying to say here, okay, is that the previous program have not really given people the opportunity to get a permanent residency as much as they could, and as such, carers are not able, to stay back, okay, probably at the end of their contract and all. And so this new program seeks to address all of that. It wants to make you comfortable in the country, have the right stay, okay, have the right legal stay in the country. And that way you're happy, you're relaxed, and you're able to discharge your duties as they should be. So as part of the 2024-2026 immigration level plan, Canada will admit over 15,000 caregivers as permanent residents. Wow, that's a huge number. Okay, now what do you need to do? You need to start doing your applications really fast. These numbers may look big, but I tell you, people from all over the world would always, as we speak, people are actually on the websites looking out for these opportunities every single day. And as soon as they come, as soon as they are eligible for it, they begin to throw in their applications. And I think the earlier you throw in your application, the higher the chances you stand to get these programs or to avail of those programs. Okay, so as of April 30, 2024, nearly 5,700 caregivers and their family members have become permanent residents since the launch of the home childcare pilot and the home support worker pilot in 2019. Okay, like I said, this programs has been and basically, I'm just gonna go back. Okay, so um, yeah, sorry now. Okay, just gonna stop sharing. So this program has been hi Amara, Amarachi Rita. Thank you for joining. Wisdom, thank you so much for joining. How are you guys doing? I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. So, like I said, there have been, old pilot programs, and they're going to be rounding off with this program. However, the new program is actually to improve on what they could not achieve with those programs in terms of recruiting, in terms of bringing in people who would look after this class of people, old people, disabilities, people with disabilities, and all of that. And like most developed nations would have a high population of aging people, okay? And so there's a very high demand for care workers, okay? So basically, this is as well, trying to reward care workers and saying, you need to be comfortable to look after people, right? So you're trying to make it that as soon as you come into Canada, you get your permanent residency, and you're settled, you're able to migrate your family, and from an immigration point of view, you are settled, right? And then that way you're able to do what you are supposed to do. So the summary of this thing is, apart from getting your IELTS and all of the stuff, I suppose the summary of this thing is the full-time job. Okay, you can see that we read that through the screen. Okay, those are the four major things that were highlighted. So apart from the English requirement, okay, which you would need to obviously organize that yourself. Another thing, and the bigger thing I know that you're going to be, worried about is, how do you stumble on these jobs? Okay, how do you stumble on these jobs that will enable you to utilize this pathways? Okay, so we're going to look at a few ways to search for jobs. I'm going to share my screen again. Um, my screen now. Okay, so we're on this website, Job Bank. Okay, so this is an official Canadian site. Okay, for jobs. You guys are probably used to the site, maybe not. Okay, so let's see how to actually search for these jobs here, because I get questions, a lot of questions, people asking, even with links, even with job links, people are asking, how can they find these jobs? Yeah. Okay, now, okay, so this is the website. Okay, so jobbank dot gc.ca. Okay, so job bank, that's what I typed in. Okay, jobbank.gc.ca. Okay, once you type that in, it will bring you here. Now, this job site is basically for everybody, whether you're in Canada or outside Canada. To be honest, if you're in Canada, you're able to apply for all of the jobs on this website. However, if you're outside Canada, obviously you are looking for jobs from employers who are employing people from outside Canada. And so you will not be applying for every job. Okay. And so how do you save your time? What you don't want to do is, when you come in here, you keep wasting your time, going through all of the jobs, especially ones that at the end of the day, you're actually not able to apply for them, right? So you want to save your time by applying to jobs that are actually employing people from outside Canada. Okay, so when you come to this side, this is what you see. Okay, first things you should do is to go down, all the way down here, and you will see. So these are jobs for young Canadians, indigenous people, newcomers to Canada. So if I were in Canada, I probably would go in here. Temporary foreign workers, persons with disability, and foreign candidates from outside Canada. So I probably would go here. right? I probably would go there. And so when you come in here, okay, you're just probably going to see so many things here. Confirm your eligibility. Now when you tell me you're looking for jobs in Canada, you're not, you know, it's not going through for you and all of that, I do not understand, because this is where you need to literally visit every day, you know, navigate yourself around here. To be very honest, if you are frequent on this website, you would understand what's going on, how you can navigate them, and how you can apply for job. So when you come in here, you see confirm your eligibility, so you can click in here to actually see if you're actually eligible, right? You can see guides on learn more about express entry. So when you keep asking questions about express entry, this is where you can learn all about express entry via the horse's mouth. This is the official site for Canadian immigration. Okay. And so learn about work permits and so many of them. Check if your qualifications are recognized. And you know, so many information actually that you will get from here. Now search and apply for jobs. And I think that is what concerns us really. I really want you to know something, okay? So when you're applying for jobs, look at this. You see these two signs, they are really important. So when you see the one on top with the world map, right? With the world map, it means that people from overseas, you can apply from anywhere in the world. Take note of that, okay? But when you see a job that has this red sign with this in the middle, okay? Is that a semicolon? No, I don't think it's a semicolon. Anyway, with this white stuff in the middle, okay, just know that it is only for people within Canada. So for somebody who's obviously applying from outside Canada, which I know a lot of you will be applying from outside Canada, you cannot apply for jobs with that sign. So stay away from those jobs, otherwise you're going to be wasting your time. Go for jobs with this world map sign. Okay, so let's go for search jobs, search open jobs to international candidates. Click on that. Okay, so it will bring you in here, right? And so to further save your time, what do you want to do? You just want to go ahead and keep filtering the jobs. Okay, so if you come to the left hand corner, you're going to see provinces, and if you go down, yeah, so you're going to see provinces. So you can see provinces, you can see Alberta, Manitoba, British Columbia. Obviously, Alberta has the highest jobs. Okay, if except of course you have personal interest, I would always advise that you keep it open to a lot of provinces, right? You don't want to streamline yourself to a particular province so that you have, you know, your options are bigger, right? Okay, but however, I think most of the jobs actually in Alberta, you can see that there are about 14,775 jobs in Alberta. British Columbia with 8,619, Manitoba 10,099, and the likes, right? So you go down from there. Let's say we're taking. I don't really actually want to take no um no province, right? I just leave it at all of them, okay? So that we have more jobs to choose from. So you can come here. So you filter by dates posted. You can go the last 48 hours, last 30 days. And so let's go last 30 days, for example. Okay, tick on that. Type of job. Um, so hours of work, obviously you want to go for a full-time job. If you can remember where we read from on the Canadian job site, it says you need a full-time job. So that's the only kind of job you're looking for. You're not looking for a part-time job. That is the only kind of job that would qualify you for this new care program pilot. Okay. So languages, obviously you want English jobs. If you want French jobs, if you speak French, that's sorry, I'm actually, you know, ticking with the things that I will go for if it was me. Okay, so it's possible you can speak French, so you go for French jobs as well. Um, Period of employment. Let's go for permanent. Obviously, you need a permanent contract. And do employment groups. Job source. Let's go for verified. You don't really have to, you know, tick everything here. Just tick the ones that are really important to you. I would always go for verified jobs, obviously, because, you know, they are, it's just like an account having a tick, okay, being verified on Facebook. It doesn't make it more of an account, but at least it tells you that they have gone through a higher level of scrutiny to be verified. Okay, so I would actually want to be on verified, go for verified jobs. Okay, so intended applicants, Canadians and international candidates. Okay, so I will go for that. You don't want to go for Canadians and authorized workers. That means you're going for jobs that are only open to people within Canada. But if you go for this option, international candidates, then you're going for overseas jobs. Okay, if you view more filter here, okay, you can do more filter, come down here and see, is there any other thing you want to put in? University, if you want to filter it by no education required, secondary school or job specific training, you can go for that depending. For example, we're looking for care jobs, right? So years of experience, da, 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 3 years or more, intended applicant. Yeah, I think that's fair enough now. So let's go job source. So let's go to health occupations as well. Let's choose job categories. I say health occupations. Okay, click on that. Okay, okay, nurse aid, orderlies, and patient service. Yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah, and so you go to view results. Okay, so that will show you the kind of jobs that you're looking for. I'm giving you an example, right? Every other person can look for a job that is, applicable to them. You just have to use all of this scrutiny to filter what you're looking for, so you don't waste your time here. So, for example, look at this job. Is a nurse aid job. Okay, it's in um, where is that now? And then it was posted on the 14th of June, so it's fairly new. Okay, personal support aid, medical. So these are the kind of job. Nurse attendant, this is in British Columbia. So we can look at that. This is actually posted, nurse attendant was posted on the 13th. Okay, so the jobs are actually arranged based on how soon they were released. So you can actually come in here every single day, because jobs are actually posted here every day or every other day. You just have to be on the website frequently. So if you can't find something today, you can come in tomorrow and boom, you see something. All you need to do is actually to get your papers ready. So as soon as you see an opportunity, you go ahead and start doing your application. Remember, these things mostly, I can tell you, they are mostly first come, first serve. So see this, this is a full-time permanent employment, 40 hours per week, um, start date as soon as possible. There's two vacancies, English or French, secondary high school certificate, and all of that. So these are your responsibilities. Um, so work conditions. So did you see that, right? So see the map I was telling you about. So that tells you that you can apply as an overseas applicant. Okay, so the employer accepts applications from Canadian citizens and permanent or temporary residents of Canada, other candidates with or without a valid candidate work permit. So that means international or overseas applicants can apply for this job. Now, how do you apply? Show how to apply. Click on that. Okay, so it gives you a website here. Okay, you click into that website and go in there and do your application. So this job was advertised on the 14th of July. So that's really, really, really how you go about it. Okay, so look at the job here. It brings you now to this site. And yeah, so you can actually go there, apply now. Okay, and do your applications and submit everything. Click on apply now from here. And that is it. Straightforward. Really straightforward, I suppose. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen, and I think that is really, really straightforward. Okay. So that is everything about this job. Your task: accompanying patients on outdoor recreational activities, assist with cleaning, sterilizing, setting up and assembling of medical equipment, perform other duties related to patient care and comfort, perform other duties related to personal care, supply and empty bed pans, take patients' blood pressure, temperature, and pulse, serve meals. So you can read all of this, okay, if you come in here. And I'm sure you know how we got here. I'm sure you know. So if you have any questions, please put them down in the comment section, and I'll answer all of your questions. Okay, as much as I can, as much as I can. I think this is something that you want to start throwing in your application if you have, if you're eligible, right? You want to start throwing in your applications immediately. Okay, remember these things are always first come for SAT. So if you have questions, if you have any questions, put them down in the comment section and I will be happy to answer. But it really like the website I think is really self-explanatory. I think so. I think so. So take your time and familiarize yourself with the website. Try to navigate around it, especially if you're looking for those jobs. Don't just go once and stop going. No, because I said the jobs are being they're being updated. Okay, so jobs are being posted every single day or even every other day. So if there's no job today, keep checking on the website. Okay, the jobs would always come, and Job Bank Canada is one one legitimate website where you can look for jobs in Canada. Okay, so if you have any questions, please put them down in the comment section, um, and I will answer them as much as I can. Oh, Amarachi, joining from Facebook. Wow, thank you for joining. Okay, so I have no questions, and it seems like it's all clear, and that's great. That's great. Okay, so if you're actually watching the video, it's possible that you're watching the video even after now and you need, more highlights, more clarity. Please put them down in the comment section. I will try to answer those questions. Okay, good. I can see another person joining, two persons joining. Let me know where you're joining from. And by the way, give the video a like, please, and please share the video. Share the video. Somebody may need this information. It may be really, really, really helpful. So please share the video. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll just give a few minutes more for questions and see if anybody needs more clarity. And as much as I can, I will try to take on those questions. But otherwise, that means I probably did a good job and there are no questions. Everybody understands it. Of course, the website is really self-explanatory. I think it's simple enough, in fairness. You actually, Sharonia. Oh, Sharonia. You joined late. That's okay. The live video is there. You can actually go back and look and have a look at the video, right? You can go back and have a look at it. We're just talking about just like the thumbnail says, okay, a new Canadian pilot program for care workers. Yeah, that actually gives carers permanent residency as soon as they get into Canada. So the whole essence is actually to improve on the previous programs that they had. Okay, there have been a lot of programs, the home pilot program, home support pilot program that have been existing in Canada, I think since 2019. Now, these programs, they've helped a lot of people go to Canada, but of course, they had their limitations in the sense that they don't really cater for these people being able to settle in terms of getting their legal documents as PR. Like you could get your PR via those routes, but I think it takes you some time, as about 2 years before you can. So the new program is trying to make carers even more comfortable from the day go into Canada. So we looked at that. We look at the Canadian website, okay, the announcement from the Canadian government, and we also looked at jobs. Okay, we looked at job bank, okay, Canadian job bank, where you can look for international jobs. We looked at the minimum criteria, okay, to avail or to take advantage of this program. Now, The summary of the whole thing is that you also need some certain kind of jobs. And I showed on this live how you can search for these jobs. And I think it's a very simple I think the website is really self-explanatory. So just try, look at the live video and try to go through Job Bank, Canadian Job Bank, and try to use that method if you are eligible. As well, if you go on the website, it will tell you if you are eligible. And so I showed those steps so that you don't go there, you don't go on the website wasting your time. Obviously I understand that time is very precious. Mine is so precious, right? So you don't want to go sit there on the website and you're navigating. So I've showed you how and where you can go, see if you're eligible, and if you're eligible, which employer do you apply to, okay? So that you don't apply to employers who are not recruiting people from outside Canada, because there will be no point, right? If they are only recruiting people who are within Canada, there will be no point wasting your time applying to them, right? So you have to apply to employers who are recruiting people from outside Canada. That way it is relevant to you. And if you meet the criteria and get the job, then you can move up, okay, with their sponsorship program. Okay, so I think that it's simple enough. Is that clear, Saronia? Saronia seems to be like a house name. I think that's like a princess, right? Beautiful name. Beautiful name. Anyway, thank you for joining. Please like and share the video if you're joining. And you probably could be watching this video after now. Okay, if you seek for clarity with any other thing, something is not so clear, please put your questions down in the comment section. I will come back and answer them. Yeah, and that's everything. If I don't have more questions, yeah, if I thank you so much, Saronia. If I don't have more questions, that seems like I did a good job. So kudos to me. Hopefully you have a great day for the rest of the day. I'm gonna let you guys go now, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay safe. Bye bye.